Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may live from. I'm streaming from Lagos, Nigeria. So you tell me where you're streaming live from, and let's get this conversation started. I'm so excited to be here, and I know you also are, and you're ready to join me on this train to move. And if you are left out, you're your own. Welcome to dealing with the pressure of feeling left behind when it comes to marriage and relationship. And today, I want to start this conversation by saying that one of the biggest lies of social media and our society as a whole is the lies that we've been sold that everyone has arrived or that everyone is ahead of you. So you go about thinking that you're the only one who has not done this, you're the only one who has not done that, you're the only one who has not married yet, you're the only one who has not given birth, you're the only one who does not have all the trendy things in the world. And you carry on that pressure, you carry on that belief, you carry on that burden of trying to appear a certain way just so that you will not be the only one who hasn't gotten it yet. But let me tell you today that you are not alone, you are not also behind, you are just on a different journey. And as I'm telling you this, trust me, I'm telling myself, because we see it. Listen, there is no level you get to and the pressure stops following you. You cannot outgrow pressure in terms of complete outgrowing is nothing pressures you not is a lie. All of us at different stages in different circumstances will feel the pressure. All of us will feel this pressure because you think that, oh, I'm the only one left out in this particular area of life. No, you are not. And the funny thing is, the higher you go in life, the more pressure you have. If you become a millionaire today, you start rolling with millionaires and you start seeing billionaires, and now you're like, you're no longer comfortable being a millionaire. You don't want to be a billionaire. And if you're a billionaire, let's say a billionaire in naira, you now see people who are millionaires and billionaires in dollars and pound sterling, and you're asking yourself, how am I even a billionaire in naira? I'm supposed to be a billionaire in dollars. So you keep getting unsatisfied, dissatisfied, discontented every single day. You say that it's marriage, Abi. Now you have married, but you are not looking at the person that married the other person is looking better than myself. So you are feeling, I didn't really marry well. Maybe I should have waited small, or I should have married the other. I should have married Felix instead of this Collins that I married. So the pressure is high on everybody. I was reading an article of someone who shared how Ronaldo, in all his glory, in all he has achieved, is still feeling like he's a failure. Why? Because he couldn't achieve winning a World Cup trophy. That's the last thing to win in his entire football career, and he's feeling devastated, so to speak. Because now age is not on his side, he's already in his 40s. I mean, do you even imagine a 14-year-old playing football actively like he does? That is one in a generation. But in all of that, he has won everything winnable. And yet, he has not won World Cup. And for him, that's the failure that can ever happen to anybody. And you see someone who is playing a local play that have not been videoed before, and they are happy and they are comfortable with where they are. So I want you to relate this to where you are right now in your life and ask yourself, how am I allowing the pressures of life to control me, to put me in a position where I am constantly and perpetually frustrated, overwhelmed, tired, and dissatisfied with the life I have. Okay, you're crying you've not married, but you've gone to school. Do you think is everybody that went to school? Do you think that someone who didn't go to school will be thinking about getting the kind of job that you have right now? So before you let those pressure to hold you bound, I want you to think deeply into these things I'm saying. And yes, this class is just starting. In case you are feeling the fire already, I'm here to set you on fire. I'm here to set you on fire so that you can go back and think about your life. Because you're not just coming to learn matrix, you're not just coming to learn aesthetics or just look at me and watch me talk. You are coming to learn something that will help you from today going forward in your life. And if you've not liked this video, please, as you're watching, just click that one button, just one button that you need to click, and then we are good to go. And invite someone to be in this class. Let me tell you, you don't know the kind of pressure people are facing. People will rather marry an olodo. We are now trending olodo uprising. People will rather marry an olodo than to wait and marry right, simply because I'm not the last person that have not married. Who agrees with me? Have you seen someone who married a clear, not full in terms of you are cursing the person, but full with in terms of behavior? Like, this is who this person is. Even Bible uses food, right? So it's not foolishness is cause per se. Someone can be foolish and still do things in a wise way. So it doesn't make you make you to feel like this person is trying to abuse me. It's not an abusive thing. Now, let's go on. So just because someone has gotten married before you doesn't mean that they have arrived before you. Someone can marry and your life is still 10 times better than their life, because marriage is not a race. It is an assignment. It is a lifelong assignment, as a matter of fact. It is a war. It's just like someone going to war before you, but you still go. You shouldn't celebrate it so much, because I'm still going to get to this place. I'm still going to go to this war. So instead of feeling agitated, feeling pressure why I haven't gone, how about preparing yourself and asking yourself, have I really prepared myself for this war that I'm supposed to go for, so that when I eventually go, I will not go there and go and disappoint myself. I won't go there and get killed. And if you're a child of God, your marriage is a disruption to the kingdom of hell. If you've not thought about it like this, I want you to start thinking about it now. If you get married as a child of God, your marriage is supposed to be a terror to the devil, because you're going to produce godly seed. You're going to raise a wonderful family that will come and torment the kingdom of hell. So the devil doesn't want that. That's why you cannot just marry anyhow. And because someone has already taken off in the journey of marriage doesn't mean that they're going to arrive in the right place. Because arriving at the wrong destination quickly is not successful. If you have arrived but you arrive in the wrong destination, is that success for you? That's not success. That's more frustration. That's more disaster, because you will have to reroute your way from that your destination. Start going back all the way down to where you started. And when you get to where you started, you will now come and start the journey all over. And that's why we have the rate of divorces that we have today, because many people are marrying for the wrong reasons. Many people are marrying because of pressure. The Christmas is coming. This guy that has been beating me and abusing me, let me just marry him so that I will not go to Christmas without a husband. Who said that? Where is he written? Like, who said it that you must come back for Christmas? And who said you must go for Christmas? Is going for Christmas good? Oh, of course, I love it. But you cannot measure your life or let someone's expectation to drive your life. Listen, every generation has its own pressure. Every generation that has passed, they had their own share of pressure. They have their own. And from biblical point of view, when it was the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, during the time of Jacob, having children was like an achievement. If you've not had children, you never start. The mark of your success as a woman is in how many children you're able to have. How many children you're able to have. So every generation has its own. In the previous generation, they were struggling. Their pressure is how to survive. How do we survive? How do we even have money? How do we have more farmland? How do we, have a larger family so that we can be able to have more people go to the farm and fetch food at the end of the harvest season? But today, many young women are pressured to arrive or to look like they have arrived. There is a look of thing and there is the actual thing. You can look rich and not be rich, but you can look poor and you have become stinkingly rich. So the difference is clear. We have a pressure to show off, the pressure to present a perfect picture. Oh, this is the best thing that can happen to you. You know that nobody really poses their pressure out there or their pain. If people are sharing their pain now, maybe still for the content creation money or because they can no longer hold it. But the majority of what you see online is people's success. It's how wonderful their life is how beautiful they have it all figured out, is how they are having a great time, and yet deep down inside, they are dying. You don't want to know about it. I was looking at pictures of someone I know who got married some years ago, and the marriage was a disaster. She didn't know she was marrying a lie. You know how you're marrying into a lie without knowing. She was getting married into a lie. She didn't know. This man treated her like trash. And the man is so older than her that, he's old enough to be her uncle. But for some reason, she thought that was the best person to marry. So she married him. Some months after, she was still flexing with the man, going everywhere, vacation, all the things that we do. After a while, the whole thing stopped. I said, what's happened? And because I was privileged to the inside story, I learned that the marriage was a wreck. It was a mess, total mess. For a lack of better word, total mess. And she went offline. Nothing. She wasn't saying anything again. She was just dealing and fighting her demons alone. This man mesmerized her. She almost lost herself. But you know what? After a while, they separated because she couldn't continue. She is now divorced or whatever on her own. And now she's back online. Yay, flexing, showing off, doing all sorts of things. And you go through her timeline and you'll be like, this person, I've made it in life. It's only me that I've not made it. And your life has finished because you do not look like what they look like. Do you know what they have dealt with? Do you know the scars they cover with clothes? You only see the beautiful pictures that is well edited. Over editing the warriors today. Now AI will even give you free pictures. You don't even need to go to studio. Just tell AI what you look like and tell him, just give me any sample picture to just give you the best studio picture you can ever ask for. Wear you the best clothes that you will never be able to afford in your entire life. That's the kind of world we are living in. So I look at her and I'm like, So somehow, if I hadn't had the privilege of knowing these stories, I would have been thinking that this girl got a perfect life. She's got a perfect life. But her husband was beating her. You didn't see that part. It didn't come out on social media. The husband was maltreating her. The husband called policemen on her. You did not see that part. And so I will frustrate my life, thinking that this person has made it in life, not knowing the battles she has fought. The grass is always greener on the other side, Abby. what you don't realize is that someone is working on that garden to look that green. It will always look greener over there. Sometimes what is even powering the greenness is smelling and stinking. It can be your sewage from your toilet that is passed through that farm and is giving it the greenish and the healthiest look. But can you withstand the smell? Because everything in life comes at a price. It comes at a cost. Are you ready to give it what it will require of you? So now in our generation, when you are 23, when you are 25, they ask you, where is your boyfriend? And don't you have a boyfriend? You're supposed to have a boyfriend. In fact, what am I saying? At 18, you are being asked your... I saw pictures of secondary school students who are graduating from secondary school. They are signing out from secondary school and they are doing that. Hi from Thailand. Oh, welcome here. They are signing out from secondary school and they are throwing parties. And I'm like, I remember when I left secondary school over a decade ago, and throwing parties, that's how. Secondary school, you still have a long way to go now. Secondary school, I mean, it's not the same secondary school. They wear t-shirts and sign out. The t-shirt that I managed to wear when I left university, is it what they're signing out in secondary school? So very soon our primary school will also be signing out. I think I've actually seen a primary school that was signing out or something. The madness is getting to something else. It's really getting to something else. And we are wondering why the world is getting messier and messier by the day. So if you are at 18, you are being asked, how is your boyfriend and why don't you have a boyfriend? At 25, you are asking, when are we coming to eat rice? No, those things stylishly. Madam, what are you still waiting for? You've not called us for a wedding. Sometimes it's coming from joke. Sometimes it's also coming from a place of mockery. Exactly. I feel shy when people ask me that question. I mean, you're like, hello, what's your business? It's just that it might look rude to tell somebody, please mind your business, but you shall find wisdom on how to put it to the person so that they will stay on their lane and mind their business. You know, when you are not getting towards 30, they're not telling you, it's like you're selecting too much. That's why you're not married. You're being too selective. Stop selecting. Husband don't finish your market. All those things. They say it in passing, but they don't know the pressure you have to deal with at the end of the day. Those things are not just ordinary. They go into your mind and start growing like a seed. They start growing and then they start forming ideologies. The devil will now magnify it and say, you see, I told you are not going to get married. I told you that your own is your bad character is why you are not married. Are you worse than people who are getting married? You are not. So it's not really about your character. And then you see that after a while, all of those questions, all of those querying, all of those pressure becomes stronger and stronger, and then you see yourself acting in response to those pressures. And your reactions might become negative because you might take actions that you're not supposed to take. You might take steps that you're not supposed to. You might start relating with someone you had no business relating with simply because of what somebody else is telling you. Am I an advocate of marrying early? Yes, of course. But you are not marrying early to run away from the pressure of staying single. No. Any reason that other than to fulfill the purpose of your life, getting married is anything else is wrong. It must be that you're doing this for the purpose of fulfilling the purpose God has given to you. The assignment while you're here to help you to facilitate, because there are people that don't need marriage to fulfill their purpose. So you need to even be sure that marriage is inside. You need to marriage is part of it. If you are not sure, if you have not confirmed that marriage is part of it, then you have no business marrying actually. So let's even understand this pressure that we're talking about. The relationship pressure doesn't start from outside. It usually starts from your inside, from the person who is feeling the pressure. So like I said, some of those words, some of those those chippings that they drop in your ears, they become your inner beliefs. The external voices you hear, the body languages, the things they try to tell you, and brush off, or you might have brushed it off. But when you go back to your inside, when you go back to your room, when you go back to your bed, you start ruminating on it. Start thinking, did I really make the right decision? Did I really do this well? Did I really get this right? So let's look at 5 major places that pressure can come from. Number 1 is social media. Before now, it wasn't like that. When there was no social media, the pressure of social media was not also there. So which means that whatever comes with advantages comes with disadvantages. Now we have the opportunity to see our people all over the world without needing to be around them. Now we can reach out to them. Now they can call us. Now we can interact with them. Now we can learn from social media. However, it is also coming with the cone of being pressured because of what you are going to be seeing there. Instagram. You open Instagram and see everybody has made it on Instagram. Nobody is a failure on Instagram. Nobody. Have you seen anybody that is a failure? Nobody is a failure on Instagram. Everybody is successful. Everybody is successful because people don't want to show their pain. They want to mask it under makeup, under good dress, under borrowed phone, under all sorts of things, under rented apartment that they're struggling and cutting off their teeth to pay for. But you, in your little corner where you have things figured out, where you have your life moving in the right direction, simply because you don't have the aesthetics, you think you are a failure, you are not successful. You are doing yourself. You are doing yourself. So don't let any pressure of you have not done it well, you have not succeeded because of what I see on social media to drive you crazy. If you let that happen, you are the one to lose. When you see an engagement party, they took her to Paris, they took her to Honolulu, they took her to Dubai, they took her to this one and Qatar, all the nice places, all the nicest places in the world. Someone has been proposed to in that place. It does not have to be you, sister, and you should be okay with that. But you know what? Some people who are even proposed in those kind of big places and fine places, with all the aesthetics, with all the fantasies, with all the beautiful things you can ever imagine, they ended up not marrying the person. Or if they married, they divorced. So what's the pressure about? What's the rush about? Why are you not satisfied with what God has given you already? So people post moments of their life, not their full life. They don't post the reality on ground. They don't post the live feed. They will just crop out the part they want you to see. All of us here at one point or the other is in this category. Because trust me, when you snap pictures, do you go and select the one where your neck bended like this, or when your leg was bow, or when your clothes was one-sided? No. You select the best out of the best. You screen and screeners. You can snap pictures. What am I saying? You can snap 20 and end up with just one, because to you this one is the perfect representation of what you want people to see. So you're going to build your life based on the few moments that people have online, or do you want to live your life in the current reality that you have and not bother with what people are thinking about? So they don't even post their pressure. People don't post their abuse, the abuse they are dealing with. They don't post the arguments that they have. For married couples, they don't post the argument, they don't post their fights. Forget that now we don't have shame, so people actually post them. But ordinarily, people want to cover those parts of them. People don't post how lonely they are. They don't. Like the story I shared earlier, someone can be dealing with a lot and still present a picture perfect of their life, their marriage, their business, their career, their brand, their whatever. People do not post their financial struggles. You don't know that the person that is sharing that picture that you're admiring is actually owing somebody. The person is owing somebody, you don't know. And you are not owing anybody, but you are struggling to snap one picture and post. So life is bigger than social media. I want you to write that in the comment section. Your life is bigger than social media. Social media can be a tool of destruction, or it can also be a tool of better life. The choice is yours. So whichever one you want it to be, the decisions, the actions you take today will decide where you will end up. Now, comparison always compares your behind the scene with someone else's edited version. Comparison, it always compares your behind the scene with somebody else's edited version. Because they come out with the edited version. They cut out, I do videos and I post them on YouTube. There are some parts I cut off. Those parts is probably when I was saying something repeatedly, or or a place when I was saying a blunder, or a place where I slept, or a place where I closed my eye or something. I won't put that part. I have to cut it off and make sure that I present the best of the best in the whole picture or video. And I know that you also have that experience. So why do you want to compare your own behind the scene, the things that are happening daily that I cannot edit? Like this live session, I cannot edit any blunder that I blow now. You're on your own, and you take it like that. I'm not going to have the opportunity to start editing it or correcting it or removing anything or putting back anything. It's gonna go live the way it is. All right. So, but in your daily life, you are living normal. So why do you think that your normal behind the scene life is going to match the edited version of someone else's portrayed life? I went back to the gym recently and I saw that everybody was coming with tripod standard, what they used to call it, and they will put camera. They are working and they are pressing it, they are pausing and they are going and I say, when will you have focus and do the real work? Because all the time you're using to be sure that your people are seeing you. Some of them actually go live on Instagram, on TikTok. So it's like now a business. They do all of that. And you're asking yourself, wait, did you really want to lose weight or to create content? Because I don't really understand. Because if now wetin will come carry you come, you no go get chance to come dey look your camera, to come dey set am, dey go like this, you carry am go like that. So that's what you compare your own reality with. You think that the person is doing better than you because they appear to have a better life. Wake up and smell the roses. Thank you everyone who has joined. Don't forget to like this video. If you are yet to like, we have a fluctuating number of persons watching this video, but the likes are quite lower than the number of persons watching. So please, if you are watching this right now, kindly click that like button. Yes, click it now, click it, and subscribe if this is your first time of hitting this channel. Make sure you subscribe, because if you go to our YouTube channel, you're going to see loads and loads of content that you can consume that are healthy, that are educative, that are helpful, both on marriage, relationship, parenting, lifestyle, everything. So please like this video as you're watching now. The second type of pressure we face is family pressure. Your family loves you, you love them. Sometimes they wish where your mom is asking you how you doing, and then the next thing she asks you, when are you bringing somebody, and you're like, there we go again, are we going to go back to this? And they're like, you have age now, what are you still waiting for? Is it not Amaka that married the other day? Is it not Comfort that wedded the other time? Please, when are you bringing somebody? We need to eat this rice, and all of that. Thank you for everyone who is liking this video. I can see it's coming up. Let's do more, let's do more, let's do more. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked this video, please do right now, okay? So sometimes your parents actually mean well. They don't mean to hurt you. They don't even mean to pressure you, right? They are coming from the angle of concern, genuine concern and love and care for their child. But sometimes it also leads to pressure. It leads to pressure. And you go back and you soak your pillows in tears and you're asking yourself, am I a stick or what? Because I don't understand. Why is nobody saying, why is no man saying me? Am I not good enough? God, am I a stick? Did you make me a stick? Some of the funny questions we ask God. You know, the other day I posted on my timeline. I said, and if you're not following me, you're on your own because I'm missing a lot. I share insights, real talk, wisdom on my timeline. So I was sharing how you do not deserve something unless you can afford not to have that particular thing. You know, you are running around, you are killing yourself, you are under pressure, you want to get married right now. And for you, you think that you can get it like that. If you make any decision from a place of desperation, it's probably going to be a foolish decision. And it will lead to regret at the end of the day. Trust me, it will. If you choose someone because you're under pressure, because you are desperate to marry, because you don't want to be the last person to marry, you will realize at the end of the day that you made the wrong choice. So check that your decision today that you just made. That decision you made today in a haste, trying to prove a point. Ask yourself, if it wasn't for this pressure or desperation, would I have still made this exact choice? Would I have still gone ahead to do this particular thing if it was not for this pressure? Because sometimes you forget. So sometimes the family, the relative, they mean well, you come for your cousin's sister wedding or any family occasion and everybody's on your neck. They won't even let you rest. Everybody's, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? When are you getting married? I get it. Even in church, they will even ask you. They will stylishly ask you. And you're like, I don't blame you, Sha. Maybe it's because I'm still single. No, your single is not a sorry. Your single season is not a it's not a season sorry, it's not a season to feel bad, it's not a season to regret your life, it's not a season to think that your own is done, it's not a season to think that you are less than, because you can actually even be better than some of the married folks, because what they married is like those been. I will leave it at that. I will not go further. Right? So when they keep asking those questions, it becomes like an emotional body for you. You're not like, allow me to breathe or rest in this house. Let's just leave this house around the way. Have you ever felt like that? What's your story like? I want you to share in the comment section. You might just be helping someone. How were you able to deal with that? We're going to discuss in this conversation. Now, don't let that pressure or let people to use their expectation to change the direction of your life. So the expectation should not be your life compass, the thing that navigates you, that puts you in the direction that you should go. Know where to stand. The third pressure is the biological pressure. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, they say that when you are 40, you cannot have children. When you are 35, it's strong to have children. Hello, everybody struggles. It's not only people that are older that struggle. Yes, there are advantages to it. There are cons. There are pros to it, but there are also cons. So you cannot, allow the pressure that people are putting on you to, or the pressure of I'm getting old. Oh, I'm not 35 years. Oh, I'm not 25. Oh, I am 50. I am getting close to my 40, and I don't have a husband. And you think that, if you don't now marry this, something will spoil. I have seen people who married, early, simply because, who married late, and even in that married late, they still married the wrong person because they were being moved by the pressure they were constantly facing. And now put the on you for feeling the pressure. But what you decide to do with the pressure matters. Oh. What you decide to do with the pressure you feel, it matters. Whether you are going to work on it, whether you are going to change it, whether you are going to allow it to control you, anything, it is completely up to you. So you have to be very careful. All right. Now, there is fertility issue and childbirth issue. There is so many issues, and they are real concerns. They are genuine concerns. They are not something to brush behind. But it shouldn't turn to panic for you. It shouldn't become something you panic about, something you give up about, something you cry, something you mourn, anything at all that you think must happen is not worth it. It's not worth it, because when you are in panic mode, you make poor decisions. When you are in panic mode, you make weak decisions. When you are in panic mode, you make dumb choices that you will later live to regret. So we're going to look at how do you now manage all of this pressure. But before that, let's also look at the next pressure, which is the peer pressure. I know that most of us are very convenient with this name or this word, peer pressure, because all of us are different ages and time have felt the pressure of our peers. So like I said in the opening statement, oh, my friends are getting married. Oh, all of them. I'm the only one that I'm not married. It's only me. It's only me that I'm not married. Every weekend you're doing a shebi, you're doing a shebi, you're doing. And that's when are you going to come and wear your own ashebi? Oh, want to wear your own ashebi? And it is getting to you. And you go back and you're crying. You see your friends doing child dedication, doing naming ceremony, doing birthday parties for their children without, you realizing that this is what is happening. You begin to feel left out. Oh, they didn't invite me. Is it because I'm single? Maybe it's because I'm single. No. That should not be you. You should be able to deal with your peer pressure even outside of marriage. Even if you end up not married, it shouldn't mean that your life will end with it. It should be that you have lived your life to the full. You have lived a complete, bubbling, fulfilling life. All right. So ensure that peer pressure is not something that will be used to bring you to a place where you now make dumb decisions, you make poor choices, you go to places where you have no business going to, and you do things you are not proud of. All right. Number 5, which is the last, internal pressure. Remember, we talked about some of this pressure, and we started with social media pressure. We said that social media is basic, and then we moved on to family pressure. Oh, you have not married, you have not brought someone, all of those talk. And then we looked at biological pressure. Oh, I'm getting older. Oh, this is what's going on. Oh, I cannot continue. And then you have peer pressure. Your friends are getting married, your friends are sewing, and so you are not, participating. And then the last but not the least, which is the internal pressure that I talked about. And the funny part, this one is actually the most dangerous pressure, because whatever is happening on your inside, we cannot even see, so we cannot help you. You will deal with it all by yourself, and you will bring yourself out of it. Now, nobody's even bothered about asking you, how are you even doing today? Nobody has asked, do you want to get married, or you want to condemn anyone that decides that this is my choice about this whole situation? So Don't allow pressure to put you in the wrong direction. That will be the worst thing that can happen to you. If you allow pressure to put you in the wrong path, in the wrong gate, in the wrong destination, you are in for a problem. Now, this pressure that we feel, or the internal pressure, is what leads to desperation, is what leads to dissatisfaction and discontentment anywhere you find yourself. So it can also lead to depression. It can also lead to you settling with someone that is lower than your level. Those are the issues. Those are the challenges. Are you getting value? If you have not liked this, we are wrong. If you share this video, just type shared. Oh, someone said this used to be me. Oh, it has to stop being you from today. If you've not liked this video, please like this video. It is very important, as it will help us to reach more persons to listen to this conversation, and the algorithm will also push it to the faces of people who are not here. So go and invite people to join us. Invite someone. So let's look at the second impact of pressure. The lies that pressure will make you believe. Pressure whispers lies. Is that still for then you cannot do it? Come and tell me. Do you think you are wise? You are not wise. Do you think you can marry a good husband? Don't think about it. How will you see him? It's not on you. You hand it over to God and you do your best. You do your best. You present yourself as a living sacrifice. You work on your craft. You do everything you need to do. Allow God be God. Let all man be liars and God be true. Let all man be man. Let God be God. We want to play God. We want to play like we have everything sorted out. We have this. We have that. We have that. But that's not the way it works. So don't let any pressure to whisper to you that you are not good enough. I don't even know how to say this, but please don't. Okay? Now let's look at some lies that people tell. Number one, I'm running out of time. Whose clock are you using to measure your life? Excuse me. Whose life are you using to measure your life? Is it the clock of heaven or the clock that is handmade, man-made? The answer is for you to give. So don't measure yourself by the fact that you're running out of age and then you make wrong choices, because you might actually end up, right? And the truth is that you may be growing older, but you're also growing wiser. Some persons just grow older without growing wiser. So for them, it is just their height and their weight that is increasing. Nothing is increasing in their brain. Every day I must open a book. Bad as a bad, I will read a page. It has become, something to really think deep into. Bible said in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11, someone put it in the comment section, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11, he has made everything beautiful in his time. Not your time, not my time, not our time. You know that God created time and then stepped out of time. So he's not working with your own timing. In case you think you are working with his timing, he is not. He makes all things beautiful in his time. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. So God's timing isn't delayed because we look different. Don't let God's timing to make you feel like, oh, I'm running out of time, I'm running late, I need to do this, I need to do that, and all of that. So marriage is not a reward for being a good person. Marriage is a divine assignment. Marriage is a divine assignment. Sorry about that. So it's a divine assignment, it's a divine calling. Line number two, everyone else is happy except me. You think that everybody in marriage is happy. Irọ́ ló pa. This is my Igbo, my Yoruba family. Did I get it? Irọ́ ló pa. That is, it's a big lie. Lórí irọ́, anyone you want to take. Asi, it's not true. It's not only you that is not happy in this world. Many other people are not. I know you can be a frustrated single, but if you're a frustrated married person, you will suffer. You will suffer. You will suffer. Because marriage is already hard. Marriage comes with pressure. It comes with responsibilities. So if you marry the wrong person, you have used your leg and enter inside fire. Inside fire. Are you hearing me? So marriage will not manifest the things you didn't bring into it. What you see in your marriage is what you make out of it. And please, if you have a question concerning what I've shared so far, just put it in the comment section. As soon as I'm done with this class, I'm going to answer all of your questions. All right? Thank you. So marriage doesn't create happiness automatically. Just because you're married doesn't mean that it doesn't guarantee. You see, you don't tie your happiness to your spouse. You don't tie your happiness to your spouse. How happy they make you feel or how sad they make you feel. Your happiness must be independent of any activity, any circumstances surrounding. Nothing evil is happening around you. Nothing saddening is occurring behind. It is because you need that strength to now even face the lion, to face the Goliath, to face the struggle. So happy singles don't magically become miserable spouses. Miserable spouses don't also magically become happy. Miserable singles don't also become automatically happy married. No. If you're frustrated, if you're miserable as a single, he is not going to change when you get into marriage. You only end up frustrating that your partner. So if you do not learn it now, if you don't learn contentment, if you don't learn being okay with where God has left you, you're going to continue to struggle more and more and more. And you know the funny part, marriage is not manufacturing for you. So let's look at line number 3. I think I need to lower my standard at this point. Never feel that way. I need to lower your standard. You need to bring down your this standard. Is like it's high. You said you're not going to sleep with the person you marry, but now you're having everything. Maybe I should sleep with the person they will not agree to marry me. You now think that you need to go and start cooking for a man so that he can fasten up the process of marrying you. Lie, irọ́, it's not gonna work. Because that person is already enjoying the benefits of marrying of the married person. So why will he bother marrying you? Why would he bother marrying you? He will not. So don't go against your values. Don't go against your desires. Don't go against your resolutions because you want to marry. You now marry a drunkard and you want him to change. And see, it's not going to change. You marry a cheat, you've caught him cheating on you again and again, and you think that if you now marry them they will stop. A man with anger issues, a man that is struggling to hold back his sexual appetite, and you think that it's going to change because to you men have really finished in the market. It's not a lie. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but if it is you, I want to take in this word into your heart. Don't say, did she see me? I did not see you. I am speaking under God, and I'm speaking as I am being told and what I'm hearing. Don't let anybody to make you to lower your standard because you want to get a married. But if you lower your standard, you are most likely going to get someone who has a compromised character, who has a compromised life. You'll be shooting yourself on the foot, because when the reality sets in, that's your pressure will suddenly disappear. Reality. So your standard should be rooted in wisdom. It should be rooted in God, not in superficial things, not in you married or not in perfectionism that we try to paint, especially when it comes to social media. Do you know that there's a difference between being intentional and being unrealistic? Yeah. So while you set your standard, it has to be intentional, not unrealistic. For instance, you want to marry a man who will pay you $100,000 every day, and you have not seen $1,000 in your entire life. That's unrealistic. You want to someone who will be opening the door. I might say those things are wrong, but if that is the only thing in your head, because you have seen too much Nigerian movie or whatever movie they act, because I know that I have people that are not from Nigeria here who are watching me also, you start thinking about whatever movie they act. And this goes for both ways. Both men and women need this message in the same quantity, because if you do not get it right, you are going to miss it and you will regret. So you should know when you are being realistic and when you are being intentional. Line number 4. Oh, they forgot to me. That's line number 4. When the Bible said in Isaiah 49 verse 5 to 15 to 16, he said that, can a mother forget the baby that is nursing, or the baby at his breast? Though she may forget, I will never forget. God places his children. God knows your place. He knows the next place. He's not going to take your place like human being will do and give it to somebody else. He will not. Your own is coming, but are you ready to receive that your own? Are you ready to receive your own? So many people don't marry because they have found peace or found fulfillment. Many people don't marry because they have found the right one. Many people don't marry because they have it all figured out. Many people marry because they are tired of waiting, because they are tired of answering the question of they are not married yet, because they are working or doing what they're doing out of the pressure, and then they make poor decisions. And example of that is marrying because your mates are marrying. What is that? You have mates. There is no mate anywhere. The last mate you had was in secondary school. As soon as you left secondary school, you don't have any mate in this life. You came on your own. You came on your own. If someone is running a relay and you are running a marathon, stop looking at them. The resources they have It's only gonna take them because they are running a short mile. You are running a marathon and it's longer. So don't look at them. Focus on your focus. Face your front. Mind your business. You came here alone. You came here completely alone. Nobody brought you. It's God though. It's God though. So don't marry because everyone is asking you, when are you going to marry? Let me just marry and let them keep their mouth shut. Some people are married because they are afraid of being alone. They are afraid of being alone. And some don't want to look like they are married, they're a marital failure. Oh, because nobody wants to marry you, you are not a failure. That's what you think. And so you marry for the wrong reasons and expect them to work. The marriage is not going to work. It's not going to work. So why these reasons that I mentioned now is valid, why they are reasonable, why they are understandable, why they new, they do not stand the chance. They strong foundation for a lifelong covenant, because marriage is a lifelong covenant, believe it or not. I know they are calling it contract now, but marriage is a separate thing and should not enter into with any form of confusion, with any form of lack of clarity, with any form of misbehavior, with any form of pain, in terms of, oh, I want to just be married because the pain I'm feeling is too much. Pressure often makes people ignorant, and they begin to ignore warning signs. They begin to ignore red flags. So you start seeing yourself defending things that should not be defended. You start seeing yourself living your life opposite of what you thought it would be. You are living it in the wrong direction. You start ignoring disrespect and abuse from the person. You start ignoring dishonesty. The person is always lying and you know they are lying, but somehow you think, I cannot get more than this, so let me just go with it. Sorry about the noise that you heard earlier. I cannot ignore it, or I cannot change anything about it. Someone is emotionally immature and you carry on with the relationship. You know that marriage requires maturity in the highest level. Do you know? Marriage requires maturity that you can ever imagine. So if you do not have that maturity, or you encounter someone who doesn't have that maturity, it is a danger that you're entering into. I'm not even going to lie to you. You have that, you see that someone, their values don't really jam with your own. You are saying A, they're saying B. You don't like alcohol, they enjoy alcohol, and as a matter of fact, they get drunk sometimes. That's incompatible values. You believe in God, they believe in something else. You say, let's go to church, they say, what's that? And you go ahead, marry them, and you think that you are going to manage, right? You cannot manage. Marriage is not meant, was never ordained or made by God to be managed. It's supposed to be enjoyed. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be fulfilling. That's the essence of the marriage. So you think that you're going to miss your chance if you leave the person you are dating now, even though they are the wrong person. So before you take that action today, or that step of accepting that relationship, I want you to ask yourself, will this decision I'm making now still make sense to me 5 years from now? If I was not under pressure of marrying, will I pick this person? If I was still a teenager and if I'm still a young adult rather, will I look back and say I made the right choice? Because those are the questions that help you to think straight, think right. So let's look at how to deal with these pressures quickly because we're running out of time. Number one, stop comparing your timeline with other people's timeline. Your timeline is different, their timeline is different. Put it in the comment section. Stop comparing your timeline. Stop it already. Because that comparison will steal your peace. It will literally choke you. Because everybody came from different background. It's just like someone that is born into a wealthy family. You don't expect their starting point to be the same with you that was born into a wretched, not even wretched family. So envying them is a waste of time. Comparing yourself to them where they are is a waste of time. You are running on foot, they are running on an aeroplane. So it's not something you can even start doubting. You can't even compare it. You have different assignments. That's even the main thing to focus on. What is my assignment calling me to do today? What will my assignment have me do at the end? Does my assignment permit me to marry a person like this? It's not even about the person. The person might be good for someone else, but not good for you. So you need to find who will align with the assignment God is giving you. You need to understand that to build a beautiful single life, you don't need to wait until marriage to start living it. That's number two way to deal with pressure. Start living your best life now. If you want to go to Maldives and you can afford it, please, by all means, go to it already. Get there already. Time is not waiting for you. Live your best life, because one day that's your best life is going to be your last day on earth. So make the best out of it. We have different journeys as our different, so our journey different. So live your life, learn that skill. Stop saying that when I marry I will not do it. If you have the money to buy a car that will serve you. Stop thinking about, oh, my men don't used to marry women that have a car. Onye say, onye woman. That means you are marrying below your standard, below your class. Because you still meet men who have even better cars than yourself, and they won't be threatened by what you have. So stop limiting yourself. Stop cutting down on your joy because you want to get a certain thing before you start thinking of enjoyment. If not, you die a miserable death. Miserable death. So develop yourself. Serve people, build friendship, strong friendship, have friends that you can share, so that you will know that you're not looking for marriage just someone that will listen to what you have to say. It is beyond that. You have someone, you need someone that is ready to lead, to serve. Marriage is a blessing, but it should not become the only measure of a meaningful life. If marriage is the only definition of having a meaningful life, something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. Now, number three is you guard your heart. Guard your heart. The Bible says that you should guard your heart diligently, for out of it flows the issues of life. And it also says in Philippians 4:6, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. So guard your heart. Fill your mind with truth of God's word. That's why you cannot do without the word of God. Study the Bible and know it for yourself. Fill your mind with hope. Look at people and hope that one day it will be you, and not to start becoming miserable. It doesn't pay anyone. Fill your mind with gratitude. Oh, I thank you, God, that I even have a life. To now worry about marriage is a blessing, because some people do not have life. I get worried about marriage. If you were there, will you be thinking about marriage? If God made you a chicken, do you think you'll be alive till now? Or you think that you couldn't have been made any less? You didn't know when you were created. You were not there. So what makes you think you are so special that nothing can happen to you? So let gratitude fill your heart that you have a job, that you are doing, that you have an accommodation over your head. Is a blessing. Count it as your blessing. And then reduce watching content that often fuel this comparison. You go and start watching a particular content creator or a particular channel or a particular person or page, and you get frustrated. You never leave that page the same. You leave it frustrated, you leave it angry, you leave it sad. If that is you, end it today. Number 4, heal before you marry. Before you even think of marriage, you should know if you need to heal. And I encourage you to find a healing course and attend. It will help you. Because a lot of time we are bleeding on people who didn't cut us. And the person is wondering, what did they do wrong? What did they do? Am I safe? So you need to heal. Don't rush your healing because of pressure. Oh, because people are telling me you want to come and get married. Just you fasting the healing process, fasting. Let me just no. When you have yourself healed, when you have your heart healed, you make better decisions and better choices. Number 5 is develop yourself. Don't stay where you were left the last time you had a breakup. Let the person come and meet you ahead, running ahead. Let the person come back and meet you emotionally matured. Let the person come back and see you financially responsible. Let it be that you have learned spiritual grounding from the mistake, from the pain that you faced, from the challenges that you encountered, from the pressure that you saw. Let the person see you purpose-driven. Let us see you relationally healthy, that you can relate to people in a healthy way and not abuse them and not destroy their lives. Instead of asking, where is your husband? Ask, who have I become? Or who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? Because it is in who I'm becoming that I can attract the kind of person I need to attract. Like will attract like. Whoever you are, you attract your like. Trust God with his timing. Don't be in a hurry. Don't run ahead of God. Don't run ahead of God. Continue to pray. And you know what? Trust is not a passive element. It's an active element. You need to know it. You need to see it. You need to embrace it. You need to see it lived out. So you need to continue to pray. You need to continue to study. You need to continue to grow. You need to continue to build healthy life, healthy relationships. You need to be able to develop communication skills at its core. You need to be able to participate in community services. Serve where you need to serve. And be open to meet people you have not met before in wise and in appropriate settings. Oh, don't meet them in a very wrong place. Don't meet them in the places you will not be proud of talking about. When you are adding your vaccine that faith without work, and work is dead. So before you start confessing that your faith, make sure you are backing it up with the right actions. The next is build a strong support system. Because when you have people who hold up your hand, who are not discouraged by what is happening, who are not, struggling to come to terms with the fact that God's timing is the best, Be in that community, have a support system. You surround yourself with people who are always encouraging you and who you also encourage. Surround yourself with people who are always praying for you and who you are praying for. Surround yourself with people who challenges you to become better because you challenge them to become better. That's what you need to do today. And remember your identity. But before then, avoid people who constantly define your worth by your relationship status. Someone is always, if someone will respect you as a married person, not respect you as a single person, they are not respecting you at all. They're not. So you need to understand that. Remember your identity. Your relationship status is not your identity. Who you marry is not your identity. The way your marriage turns out is not your identity. Your identity is rooted in God. The Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are the works of your hands, O Lord. That's David speaking in Psalms. You cannot live your life anyhow. Psalm 139, that's what I just quoted. So I want you to answer this question as a wrap up. Before you say yes, and before you enter any serious relationship, I want you to ask yourself, am I choosing this person because I love who they are, or because I'm tired of being single or waiting? Yes or no? Would I still choose this relationship if nobody knew about it? Because sometimes it's because, oh, this person knows, that person knows. Would I choose this person if there's nobody that knows about this relationship? Am I compromising my values because of fear, because of anxiety, because of insecurity, just to maintain the relationship? Am I compromising? Does this relationship bring me peace or constant anxiety, fear, restlessness rather? Ask yourself. Am I emotionally healthy enough for commitment? Before I make a commitment, am I emotionally healthy enough to make this commitment to this person? Are we growing in the same direction, spiritually, physically, emotionally, ecologically, and otherwise? Don't confuse waiting with wasting. Your waiting period is not a wasting period. It's a period to strengthen yourself, to equip yourself, to encourage yourself, to push yourself to become who God wants you to be. Okay? Now, the goal for you is to build a marriage that glorifies God, not a marriage that brings shame to Him. If your marriage cannot stand the test of time, if you cannot reflect wisdom, and if it does not bring glory to God, that's a wrong marriage to be in. Never allow the temporary pressure that you're feeling to push you into a permanent decision, because when you marry and it dawns on you that, oh, I just made the wrong choice, it's difficult to go back because you're already inside. So I don't know if you have a question. I want to wrap up here so that I can stick to an hour 15 minutes and not take so much of our time. If you have questions, just put it in the comment section. I'll read it out and I'll answer it. But if you don't have, I am very glad to go. I'm very glad to go so I can go on and do other things. Any question, comments, clarification, concern about this home class, I want to ask it. But if this class has been worth your time, if it has worth your data, you know that data is expensive now, it has been worth your data, kindly put it in the comment section. Say I got value. Did you get value? Did you get value? Let me see, put in the comments. And if you have not yet watched liked this video until now, please, just before we go, ensure that you watch it. And as we are wrapping up, carry the link like this, go and give it to that your friend that is always pressured and pressured. Help them and they will thank you for it. So if there's no question, I'm just going to wrap it up here and call it a day. Thank you so much. I've had a swelling time myself in this conversation. And remember, we are coming back on the third Sunday of August to have this conversation again. It's really third Sunday, third Sunday. So mark your calendar. Another interesting conversation is coming your way. If you have questions, put in the comment section. But if you don't, just share the fire emojis or tell me you got value or the love emojis. We love it here, right? If you got value, put the love emoji, share this video, subscribe if you have not, like this video, this particular one, like it now. Don't leave without that. All right, thank you so much everybody for joining me today, and we're going to end this conversation by saying follow God in all you do. Follow God in all you do. Don't run ahead of yourself. Don't run ahead of yourself. Don't run behind yourself. Allow God to lead you, and your life will be better for it. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this conversation. I hope it's been worth your time and everything. I'll see you again in our next class. So I love you all, and make sure you practice what you have learned. Let's meet up in the group where we meet. We'll see where we see ladies tomorrow. We go again. Bye everyone.